Morning, this is Rabbi Shlomo Furst here, substituting for Rabbi Reuven Levitt, not here right now, temporarily. We're learning Mishnah Berurah in terms of preparation for Purim. This is Yeshiva Tsama Nafshi, located in Yerushalayim Kodesh. Please join us in Eretz Yisrael, Yerushalayim. Love to have you participate in Shirin. And now we're learning about the laws relevant to making brachas, davening Shemona Esrei, saying Kriya Shema when a person has been drinking. So the Ramah says in Tzadi Tet as follows. To pick up from that.
The din Kriya Shema, the law of Kriya Shema, kedin tefillah, is like the law of the Shemona Esrei. But sha'ar berachos. But other blessings, Yachol Nivarech, he is able to bless Af al Pi, even though Shehu Shikur, even though that he's drunk.
Right. So
Shema you can't say Shema when you're drunk, but you can say other brachas.
Right.
When you're drunk.
Right.
Continue?
Yeah. Let's continue.
Derech meal.
Okay, so let's see the Mishnah Berurah. We'll review. Look at the Mishnah Berurah in Sivkat Zayin, toward the bottom of the first column. Sivkat Zayin. Din Kriya Shema.
The din Kriya Shema. Uvir chos Kriyas Shema. And the blessing to the Kriya Shema, Gam Kain, also, Dinam, the laws, Kik Rias Shema. Oh, so the same laws apply to the paragraphs before the Kriya Shema as during the Kriya Shema.
The brachas of Kriya Shema, right there.
Right. So when it says other brachas, it's not talking about those.
No. The brachas of Kriya Shema, since you're saying those only in Kriya Shema, those have a din of...
Hello.
Good morning. If you'd like to join us, we're learning about drinking and saying Kriya Shema, drinking and saying...
We're learning about how to drink.
And what not to do when you
Have a seat.
Oh, I'm going to go into I think it's interesting. Tell me a little bit about drinking for everyone here.
I don't want to keep you from the other year.
Kedin tefillah, like the law of prayer.
You're not supposed to daven, right? If you've had a revius of wine, you're not supposed to daven, right? Until the wine passes somewhat through your system. Okay. Now, if you had more than a revius of wine, it depends if you can speak in front of a melech, or let's say a policeman. Right?
Yeah, maybe in those days wine was a little bit different than it is now.
Yeah.
So how long did they say in those times you should wait?
Oh, so that we haven't gotten up to that point. How long did it take to the wine to that? In certain respects, that depends on the person. You know, it depends whether he handles his wine better than other people or not. But we haven't got to the time of waiting. Right now, we're just discussing. Well, that's by Shemona Esrei. What about saying Kriya Shema and its brachas? What about benching Birkas Hamazon? Let's say a regular old bracha. Let's say in a few weeks from now, a person's drinking maybe perhaps even heavily on Purim, and he has to use the facilities, comes out, and he wants to wash his hands and make a bracha, a sheyotza. But he's very well beyond the limit of speaking before a king. He certainly couldn't address a king properly.
Right.
So can he say a bracha?
That is a good question.
So stick around.
I think he probably should, just not to get out of the habit. Because if a person drinks all the time, then he never say anything.
Yeah, but this is just on Purim. We're not suggesting a person drinks habitually, heavily.
But in that case, then he's making a decision. He's just not like getting in a pattern. So I make a decision. No, I cannot say that bracha right now. But however, how long do they give you past that time when you relieve yourself to say the bracha? Because you don't have to say something.
Until you have to go again. Let's say a person's going to go to a Kiddush Club on Shabbos. and go down between
I love
Shabbos,
Kiddush.
between Shabbos and Musaf, because we go down and have Kiddush, have a few shots. Is it permissible from davening Musaf?
You have it with food.
Well, that's you mentioned about a Suda, whether Kiddush is considered a Suda in that respect or not. Good point. And don't forget, if you had more, that's only if you had a Revis. If you had more than a Revis, right?
Right.
So it's in deeper trouble.
Well, usually you don't have any intention when you go to a fish club to get drunk. You know,
No,
and usually you can hold after if it's a habitual habit, a habitual thing. You usually get, unfortunately, you get used to it, and so it doesn't cloud you so much.
also, but the Gemara is...
However, offsetting, if it's the first thing of the day, and you don't have anything on your stomach, that could be a problem.
Right, so nevertheless, the Mishnah does say in Sikhat and Dalet, Af im rogila shtos harbe, ve'ein shikur klal b'revis, even if he's rugged, he's habitual to drink a lot, and a revis of wine is not going to affect him whatsoever. Afilu hachi lo yispal l'tefila im shas revis
Oh,
yain.
he can't say anything.
Can't say the prayers. Can't say the prayers.
Even with a revius, which is only half a cup.
Yeah, that's only wine.
We're not talking
Now-
about schnapps.
Yeah, and schnapps is a drink that they usually have. You never drink wine at a case club.
Right, right. So if you have a shot of scotch,
Jack Daniels or something like that.
Homer, you would be
That's only, it's only one shot if he has. I don't know, I'm not sure how much they drink.
So
usually most people have one shot.
Well, that's all.
So anyway, you
In
should.
America, where I used to go to shul, that was the custom.
Yeah, just one
We
shot.
would have one, they'd say HaChaim, would have one shot, and then that would be it.
Oh, that's
So we're saying that the custom that grew up in Orthodox synagogues to drink, to go to the Kiddush Club after the Torah reading and pass on the Haftarah reading and come back after that is really, for many reasons besides for disrespect, you shouldn't say Musaf after that.
Yeah, I mean, kavasi, in terms of halacha, in terms of drinking, probably not. And also, aside from all the other reasons why you shouldn't be doing such a thing like that.
Well, on the other hand, I mean, for most people, having one shot with a little bit of food mixed in is not going to affect them at all.
Probably not. I mean, again, we have to. I mean, again, if it's going to be even, we just read, if a person's even going to have a revis of wine, right? Even if it doesn't affect him, he's still not supposed to daven, or the kid is not supposed to daven.
Right, that's what you're saying, that it's a set rule. It's not, otherwise it'd be up to the individual. I'm okay, in other words, no, I don't think,
But it is up
it's
to the
usually when they
individual.
say that when you drive, it's not the person who says they can drive that should be the arbiter of okay. It's the guy who's looking at him should be the arbiter of okay. So anyway, if the guy's looking at him and say, you're drunk, or you're slurring your
in
words.
America, the DMV sends out a chart whenever you get an email from them. They have a chart which shows you your weight and how many drinks over how much period of time. It has a whole chart so that you can see, okay, let's see, if I had 3 drinks and it's been 3 hours, then I'm okay according to this chart. And it's based on your weight. So
Yeah, I think it's based on one drink an hour, which people sitting down to drink are not going to drink that. That's
yeah, generally
not,
one
rather,
drink
that's
an hour.
not that's not realistic.
If you're my size, generally 1 drink an hour up to I think 3 drinks is okay.
Yeah, but no one's going to be doing that if they sit down to have a
But that's
drinking
okay. You
party.
can have 3 drinks, and then if it's 3 hours goes by before you get in the car, then that would also be okay.
Right.
Which is what we said here, that you metabolize it.
That's what I said.
You know.
Okay, let's continue.
Da'af shasu, I'm sorry, hayinu, da'af shasu asur b'chatchila b'kriyas shema. So I'm not sure, what is hayinu?
That is therefore.
That is therefore.
Therefore, meaning since Kriyas has a din of tefillah, right? Therefore.
Even if he drinks, it's us.
You can't say Kriyas.
It said even if he drinks, it doesn't say how much.
We're talking about the reviews.
Oh, okay. So Kedin tefillah. Okay, so it's saying is that even if he drinks a revius, he shouldn't, he shouldn't say Kriya Shema.
Right.
Here's the answer to my wife's question.
She
Well,
she's not saying she's not making the brachas Krishma, is she? She's just saying Krishma Lamita.
Right, exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
so that could be different,
Okay.
We'll see more about that.
The halavush kasan, and the lavush says, the yesh, that there is mekilin bik Riyas Shema. What's mekilin?
But they're lenient, there are those who are lenient.
Those who are lenient with Kriya Shema.
Yeah.
Af im hu shikor. Even if the person is drunk.
Yeah, even if he's shikar, you know, say he can't even speak before the king, perhaps. And so you see, Krishma, you know, there are also that are lenient in regards to Krishma.
Dishane, that it's different. Tefillah from Shmona Esrei. Shahu b'kashas tzrachav. What's that?
Because by prayer, Shmon Esrei, that's your precautions.
Requesting
your needs, right?
For needs. V'chein kasav belikute harambam, and also this is the opinion of the Rambam.
Right.
The sofa in the end of that source. Achein b'veur hagra. Achein is also.
Yes. No, I came in and likewise.
Likewise, in the works of the Gra, harchiv levaer divrei mi Yerushalme requests in the words of the Jerusalem Talmud, sheyesh be'inyan zeh. There is this subject. So it's saying that there's also discussion in the Jerusalem Talmud about requests.
Right. About
Okay.
the comparison between Shema and Tefillah.
So he's just giving a bunch of references to where you
Yeah.
can look for more information.
Yeah. If you go to the Al-Kain, you see what the Al-Kain is? Al-Kain, therefore.
Al-Kain, therefore, yesh lizaher, there is to review,
There's to be careful.
to be careful. Lechatchila, best circumstances.
Ideally.
Shalo lavo lidei kach, to not go in this way.
Yeah. Not come to this situation.
Right.
So the person knows he has to say Kriya Shema, he shouldn't be drinking before he says his Kriya Shema, because he's going to get into difference of opinion whether he should do it or shouldn't do it.
Right. Ubidi avad, as to say, if mish taker, I don't know what that is.
He's drunk, to stop is to be drunk.
Tishaker, right. As if to say that if he's drunk, ein livtor et atzmo bik rias shema. He should not, let's leave Torah.
I mean, he shouldn't exempt himself, and this shouldn't be the fulfillment, he shouldn't really be fulfilling his obligation of Kriya Shema in such a situation.
Okay, so that's what we were getting at before, where he said if he doesn't pray, he gets a big reward.
Right.
But now he's clarifying and saying, but you shouldn't do it.
Right.
Interesting. Mishum zeh, because of this, because he got drunk. Uchayin, and we should see shekasav, that it's written Hamagain Avraham, the Magain Avraham, the Kaman further on, the Siman Kaf Pei He. Le'inyan Birkas Hamazon. Talking about the subject of Birkas Hamazon.
Right, we'll get to Birkas Hamazon shortly.
Okay. V'im Yafug Yeno Ad Shelo Avar Zman Kriyas Shema. And if the wine is dissipated at a time when it's no longer appropriate to say Shema, Yachzor, he goes back, V'yikra, and he reads Haparshios. He reads the paragraphs.
Yeah, 3 paragraphs of Shlomo.
He just reads them, not praying, but just reads them like a text.
That's right.
Now, when would that apply? That would apply
No,
in the. When would that apply?
If he's not going to sober up before the time of passing his man Krishma, he should, right? Meaning, let's say he said it at the time when he was drunk, and he shouldn't have, right? So if there's still now time for saying Krishma, I should say the 3 portions of Krishma all over again.
So, give me an example of what time that would be.
8 o'clock at night.
At 8 o'clock at night, he's chayav to say.
But let's say he said, no, he said it already at 6. He shouldn't have said it at 6 when he was drunk.
It's still the time. This says it's after the time, right?
Ad shelo over his man, before it's past the time.
Oh, it's not after the time. Okay, I got
Ad
it.
shelo is before.
Got it.
Yeah.
Aval sha'ar berachos. But concerning other blessings, klal, the rule, bezeh, this rule, af birkas hamazon, applies to birkas hamazon. Shehi, that it, d'oraisa, is a biblical obligation.
Yes.
The ayin, and look, l'kaman, further on, b'simen kaf pei hey, uva ma shekasavti sham.
So
And what is written there?
That's going to be in details about Birkas Hamazon. But maybe we'll get to that. Let's see the next Mishnah Berurah, which is included in Birkas Hamazon.
Mishnah Berurah. Oh, we're in the
Yeah.
Mishnah Berurah.
Yeah, you've got to continue.
Yachol levarech, he's able to bless. Aval, but ein mitzar fin oso le minyan sarah. He's not something. They would do something with a minion of 10.
You can't join in him for a minion of 10. If you need 10 people to daven, he's not.
Oh, he's not counted. Really?
It's supposed to be daven.
And yet, I'll tell you a story. We, one of the shuls I used to go to was on the beach. It was the,
Oh yeah, I know that.
walkway on the beach.
I know that. What's it called again? What could be?
Well, this was not Pacific Jewish Center, which is probably the one you know.
Oh, the one that's okay. There's
This was a different one
Oh.
called, what was it called? I forget what it's called.
Mhm.
But at any rate, it was not too far from Pacific Jewish Center. There was 2 of them at one time.
Interesting.
And we didn't have a menu, we had 9.
Mhm.
So the gabbai goes out to there's a stand on the beach that, like a booth,
Right.
temporary booth, that says Atheists United. And the gabbai happened to know that one of the guys there was Jewish.
Oh yeah.
So he goes up to the guy and he says, it's atheist, and he says, listen, we have 9, we need 1, can you help us out?
Yeah.
And the atheist says, okay. And he comes into the shul and he stands there while they daven Shemona Esrei. And then afterwards they invited him to Kiddush, and they were chatting. It turns out he's the child of a Holocaust survivor and the whole thing.
Mm.
But that counts, even though he's got no Kavanah at all. That counts, right?
Yeah, he's a Jew. I mean, again,
Yet if he's drunk,
he's drunk because he's not.
it's interesting.
Yeah.
I love telling that story. I was there. It's firsthand. It
Yeah.
actually really happened.
I guess they used him for the previous, before time.
He was willing to help us out, even though he was an atheist, and not only just an atheist, but somebody who actually was, in the booth, advertising his atheism to all the passers-by. Okay. Okay. Shehu shikor, that he's drunk. Ayin, look or hagra. Look in the work of the gra. Ulefi and
Actually, here is the explanation.
Aha. Havei-or? Havei-or, that's explanation. Look at the explanation of the gra. I thought it was the name of the book.
Well, it is. That's what it's called. It's a commentary on Shulchan Aruch.
Ah, okay. Okay, so it's both. Lefi, according to Divarav, the words, Yesh, there is l'hachmir, to be strict, l'chatchila, ideally, b'shikur, with somebody who's drunk, she'eno yachol l'daber lifnei hamelech, but he's not able to speak for the king.
Right.
Af bishar berachot, even with other blessings, we should be strict that if you can't speak for the king, you shouldn't say the brachos. V'chein tasav hapri migadim. Thus it is written by the pri migadim. Yoreh da'eh.
That's you're a day.
You're a day. You're a day. Right. Siman Aleph. Saif Katan Lamed Hey. B'mish B'tzur B'mish B'tzos Zahav. Something of gold.
That's a commentary.
It's a commentary. And all this, kishelo, when that he's not, hagia l'shiruso, something of if he's not over his being drunk, shall lot.
He says, "Being calls that shelo agia shikos sheloi." Because they're all speaking that you can make the brachos, right? You have different levels, right? You have a level of you can't speak before the king. Right? So you should be careful, even if you can't speak before the king, you should be careful not to even make other brachas, right? And this is all speaking about when you haven't gotten to the situation of shikkur shalot. That was like calling, he was even like blacking out, you'd even say that.
Because he didn't know when his daughter slept with him.
Yeah, he was blacked out.
Blacked out, okay, I see. So there's levels. There's the level that you've had a revius,
right,
but you can speak before the king.
Right.
There's a level where you've had more than revius and you cannot speak before the king.
Or maybe you could, depending. Some people.
Or you could, maybe that second level. You can't the third level.
Third level, right.
And then the fourth level is you're as drunk as Lot was.
That's right.
That's pretty drunk. D'i lav hachi. And if not for this, kishota, you like a shota, you like a crazy person.
Right.
Yecha shave, that sits, the gamre, the chule, alma. What's gamre? The gamre.
Completely,
Completely, like everybody. Chule alma.
There's all opinions.
All opinions. Okay. Ufatur and is exempt, and they exempt this mikol ha mitzvos. So if you're drunk as lot, then you don't do any mitzvos.
Right. We're not talking about that stage. That stage is obviously exempt from all mitzvahs.
Right. Al kain, therefore, afilu, even the avad, ideally, in kara zeh, if you're called this.
Well, if you read Kriyishma, we're going to read Kriyishma. brachas.
If he did say Kriya Shema, uvarech, and he blessed.
When he made any brachas.
I'm sorry.
He made any brachas.
He made any brachas. Lo miftar b'chach. He's not exempted in this.
Right. He hasn't fulfilled his obligation.
Okay. Shaharei patur haya be'osa sha'a. Because we see that he is exempt from these sha'a. What's sha'a gate?
At that time.
At this time.
At that time when he was drunk, so much so that he's reaching the level of lot. So he's putter at that time. He's putter from all mitzvahs.
So anything he does is not going to count.
No, doesn't count.
V'chayav, and he's obligated achar kach, afterwards, l'chazor, to repeat, v'likros ulevarech, and to read the Seder Shema and to bless.
So had he read Kriya Shema and had he made any brachas, when that time when he was reading them, he wasn't sane enough to be considered obligated in mitzvahs, so therefore he'll have to go back and read it again. Anything that he does, he'll have to go back and do it again. Yeah.
And also with the Toeva.
Yeah.
What he did is a Toeva.
Also.
Derech meal. Do we do that?
No, that's back in upstairs in the machaber.
Okay. So where were we? Derech meal. Here we go. Cotton. You bet. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Okay. Derech meal. The way of a type. Meal is
meal is like a mile. It's like a distance in mile. The question is like this: when you want to say that the wine has to wear off, how long do you have to wait to estimate the time you can wear it off? So derech meal, right?
Is the time it takes to walk a mile?
Derech, about 18 minutes.
Right. Derech meal. V'shena kol shehu mifigin et hayayin. So you walk up. The time it takes to walk a mile is the time it takes that the wine is metabolized.
Good.
V'hane mile, and these words, kishasa, that we're afraid.
No, these words, right? Hanimili. When is this applicable? Hanimili. When is this applicable? That we say the distance of a mil, about a mile's walking, about 18 minutes walk, or sleeping, kolshu, any type of sleep, figuring the wine. That helps to reduce the effect of the wine. Hanimili. That's when we say this. That's when he drank a revis. Aval, however, let's say had more than a revis.
Kol shekain, more so, sheshena, that he drank.
Yeah.
All the more so that he drank. Misha.
Well, actually, kol shekain sheshena, even more so when he sleeps.
Oh, sheshena is to sleep. Okay. Yeah. So he needs more time when he sleeps.
Hold on, we'll finish the sentence.
Mishakarto, from his drunkenness, the derech toradto.
Right. The kol shekain sheshena mishakarto the derech toradto. Let's say he drank more. Kol shekain sheshena mishakarto the derech toradto, meaning when a person's drinking more than a revis,
yes,
right? Sleeping is going to be to his detriment. He's not going to metabolize the wine fast enough. He's just going to be in a state of repose. So he's not going to be able to metabolize the wine. So it's going to make it even worse for him.
Okay. What is toradto?
he's going to be he's going to add to his confusion, add to his mental.
So he wakes up and he's hungover already.
Well, I'm not sure he's going to be hungover, but he's not going to be any better off than he wanted to when he went to sleep. You have to, they say, you have to walk it off.
Right. V'hanimile, in these words, b'mahalech b'raglav, is when he is walking. Right?
Yep.
Aval, but rochev, vadai derech mifiga hayayin. Certainly, the way.
Rochev, if he's going to ride, let's say he's riding on a horse.
Oh, rochev is
Vadai derech figa hayayin. Definitely the trip, the derech, the trip on the road is going to metabolize the one. I don't know why you're riding on a horse, for example. I mean, I've never ridden on a horse, so I don't know, but maybe it takes a lot more efforts than simply walking.
It does.
Yeah.
It does, yeah, because the horse bounces.
Ah.
So if you just sit there, you'll be very uncomfortable. You have to do what's called posting, which means that you use your knees as shock absorbers, and you time your flexing your muscles to the movement of the horse, so that you're kind of softening the blow. So you're bouncing, but you're bouncing on your legs, not on your bottom.
Right, very good. So you're much more active than simply just
you're
walking.
active, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so
Okay. I lost my place.
we're in the Mr. Brewer now. You're basically Mr. Brewer. Derek Mill. You have to go basically a mill of a mile's distance, walking a mile.
Bain b'mahalech, whether in walking, ubain b'rochev, or riding. That's odd though, because I would think riding a mile would still be a lot less exercise than walking a mile. Interesting. Maybe the concentration that you have to do when you're on the horse somehow
Could be.
contributes.
So it's less time, but might be more activity,
Yeah.
more concentrated activity. Yeah.
The Yesh Omrim, and there are those who say, Yochev, with blessings.
So like riding.
The riding, the inyan dafka, in the specific subject, shlosha milim.
Yeah, so those that say that specifically 3 mil, meaning it's not enough to walk the distance of a mill, or to ride a horse the distance of a mill. You have to. The other opinions say that you have to actually go 3 times longer on the horse.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm with those guys.
Okay.
Mishachar to, from his drunkenness.
Yep.
Dafka, specifically, Shena, sleeps.
Just slept a little bit. Just slept a little bit.
Okay, so he just slept a little bit. Aval, Shena harbe, if he sleeps a lot, mifigaso. Mifigaso, with that, it metabolizes it?
Yes.
So if he sleeps a lot, then it does work.
Yeah, obviously if he sleeps a long time, that's going to metabolize.
Aval rochev, but riding, she'ain lo, that is not to him, torach, kol kach, is not so much difficult. Mifiga hayayin, metabolizing the one. Vahu, and he, sherachov, that he rode, shlosha milim, 3 milim. Umikol makom, in any case, hakol lefi, everything is according, rov hayayin, to the majority of the wine.
You mean like the amount of wine?
Amount of wine.
Again, like you can't.
You can't just
compared to
say,
one
I
person
drank
that-
10 glasses of wine, I'm going to ride a mile and walk a mile and I'll be okay.
Yes.
She'im harbei lishtot ma'od, that if he drank a huge amount, ein derech shlosha milim mefigatso. It's not even if he walks 3 miles that he's going to be able to metabolize his stuff.
Right. Because he's drunk a lot more. Obviously, it's in proportion to the amount he drank.
Right. Okay, so now we go back to the Mishnah Berurah?
Yeah.
I mean the Mechaber?
Mechaber, yes.
So we're at Yud Daled?
Gimel. from the Mechaber.
Gimel.
Kol echad hu shosoi sagi, Mechaber.
I lost the place. Oh, here, the big Gimel. I got it, okay. Kol echad shehu shasui sagi le lefi ma shemargish benafsho sheyafig yeno. Every time,
Each person, kol echad,
each person that he drinks sagile. What's sagi?
It's sufficient for him.
Sufficient for him, according to what what is margish?
How he feels.
According to how he feels, benafsho, in his soul or in his self,
Himself.
sheyafig yeno. That he metabolized the wine.
Right. So a person really just has to judge for himself. You know, is he sober or is he not sober?
Right. Ulechein, therefore, ein nizharin beyenos. Something he does not something with his wine.
Right.
Nizharin.
Therefore, ein nizharin beyenos shalom. Therefore, we're not careful about this in our wines. Beyenos shalom, in our wines. She'ein chazikin, they're not so strong. Our wines are very weak compared to the previous generation's wines.
Right. She'mit palalin, that we pray, af al pi, even though sheshasa, that we drank, revis, v'yoter, and more, revis and more than
Right, so
revis.
so our wines in general are not so strong as the previous wines. So there, even if we drank more than Revis, we usually go ahead and down.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense to me.
Again, that's all according to the general rule. You can talk to a king or not.
Right. B'chol shekain, therefore, im mis palalim, if he prays, mitoch, between sidur shebiyado, the order of that's in his hand.
Siddur, prayer book.
Oh, if he prays from a prayer book in it that he's holding,
Right.
she'ein chosheshin, we're not afraid,
We're not concerned.
we're not concerned, the shichrus for his drunkenness.
A slight shikras.
A little bit.
Right, because we're davening from a siddur, so if you follow along in the siddur, even though you've had a little bit to drink, you follow along in the siddur. So as long as you can speak to the king and you can follow along in the siddur, so then we'll see how the Mishnah Berurah explains this. Let's see.
Came to Rebbe, thus it seems to me.
Right.
Okay. V'lachein ein kule. What is that? V'lachein. Therefore?
Yeah, we're not careful about this.
We're not careful about it. Zeh ko'ei ashasui. This becomes
No, it's someone who's shasui, he's been drinking. This is referring to someone who's been drinking.
so koye means applies to.
Yeah.
This applies to somebody who's been drinking. She'ain bo isur ella, and it's only forbidden the chatchila, ideally.
Right, so a person's been drinking, he's not yet drunk, but he's been drinking, so this is the tequila. So with tequila, we're not so careful about this. Right? Wow, however, shikur, drunk.
Somebody's drunk already.
Tvilaso toeva.
Tvilaso toeva. His prayer is still a toeva, even with the weak wine.
Yeah.
Vadai, certainly, yesh, there is lizaher, I forget what lizaher is.
To be careful.
To be careful. Afilu, even the dinan, with the laws, the tzarich, and the desires, the chazor, to repeat, ula hitpalel, and to pray.
Right.
So, in other words, if he's drunk, then we need to be careful about going back and praying again.
We shouldn't be praying. If he's drunk, he's drunk. It doesn't matter how strong the wine is.
Right.
He's drunk, period.
Shehain choshishim, we're not concerned. Hayinu, there is the yashev, to sit, ha-minhag, in the custom.
Yep.
There is an established custom.
Well, no. In this case, it's the to yeshiv. He wants to reconcile the custom, the prevailing custom.
Okay. The prevailing custom, which is what, that we're not strict about the drinking. Okay. Aval, but mikol makom. In any case, ein nachon.
It's really not proper. I mean, the fact that we're not careful, but it's really not proper. You really, according to the law, you really should be careful about it.
Okay, it's not correct. Kasav biyam, it's written, biyam shel Shlomo, in the Sea of Shlomo.
Safer.
Sefer Perech bet de Veitza.
The Beitza.
The
That's the Norn Beitza. That's the Norn Beitza.
Okay. Uvi Yom Tov, and in the Yom Tov.
Let's say it's a day of Yom Tov.
Oh, and if it's Yom Tov, Yachol, he's able to hit Palel to pray Mincha, Af al Pi, even though Sheshota, that he is drunk. Sheshota,
Right.
even if he's crazy.
Well, no, not that he's crazy, but he's been drinking.
Even if he's strongly affected.
Yeah.
Ktsas. Even if he's strongly affected a little bit.
No, it's Shosha Katsas. He's been drinking a little bit. Right? He's able to daven mincha, like even on Yom Tov, since he's been drinking. Maybe people have been drinking it's Yom Tov.
Right.
They drink wine and they've been drinking, so he can go ahead and daven mincha.
V'yefshar, that it's impossible that lahamtin al sheyafu yeno.
Right? It's not possible to wait until the wine is metabolized. So therefore, you can daven mincha.
So you're having Shimon Esrei even though you've had more than Reves.
Again, we're not talking where he can't speak before the melech. You can't speak before the melech. You can't.
Right. V'chol shekain, and even more so, ha'idna.
You can do it in our time. You can do it in our time.
In our time, divalav, hachi, ein mechavnin al kain, al kach, kolkach, so much. Ha'idna, I don't know what that is.
In our time.
In our time, divalav,
The Rav Haki, notwithstanding,
we are not.
we don't concentrate so much.
We don't have so much kavanah.
Right. So therefore, ein hakpid b'shasui. We don't have to be so strict with the person who's been drinking. Not that he's shikr, I don't have to be so strict with the person who's been drinking.
So since we don't have very much kavanah anyway,
Right, you have two things. First of all, our wines are not so strong. Another thing, we daven with a sitter. And thirdly, the one in general is not so great. So if a person who's drinking, it better not. If he's going to have a minion later on, he will wait to daven with a later minion. But if he's going to miss a minion, he's going to be over Zman Tefillah or something like that, then okay, you can go ahead and daven. So therefore, a person who's Moitzi Purim, let's say, wants to daven minor, and been drinking, been drinking even heavily, but he can manage. So you can go ahead and daven.